And remember, Save the Bronx takes place November 7th through the 18th. And among that, Veterans Day. It celebrates the men and women who are dedicated in serving our country. Our next guest did just that. He's here to tell us what this day means to him, as well as share with us the events being hosted around the holiday. We welcome now Abe Dortheimer, who is now the president and owner of the Old Glory Coffee Company, and Luis Sotero Rodriguez, director of Veterans and Military Affairs at Lehman College. Good to have you both.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so, Abe, I want to start with you because you got this wonderful company, and at the same time, also, you're giving back.
Sure. I served in the military at a different time. I served in Vietnam in 1968-69. It was a different era, about 60 years ago. And when we came back, there was a very, very negative vibe and political mood about us serving, and we really didn't get all that kind of appreciation. Later on in life, when I was in my early 60s, I'm in my mid-60s now, I decided I'd like to give something back and do something for the soldiers that come home now from Iraq and Afghanistan and other combat theaters. My passion and my business is the coffee business. I know that very well. So I needed to combine two aspects to come up with a business model. And basically, it's providing a great cup of coffee and at the same time giving back 50 cents a pound of all purchases to assist wounded warriors, their families, and veteran students. So it's basically, that is my business model.
And absolutely, you've chosen Lehman College to actually donate 400 or 500 grants to student veterans. And Luis, if you share with us a little bit from the perspective of Lehman College, having this partnership, having somebody like Abe who's, put that time in and really now come back to give back to the borough and to an educational institution, what does that mean?
Well, it means a great deal. It's a great morale booster. The relationship building moving forward could add a lot of continuality to the actual program, the Veteran Affairs program here, and develop their relationship to really have people looking forward to either coming back to the whole academia setting.
Mm-hmm. So there is a Veterans Day event.
Yes, there is. Actually, the Veterans Day event is on Thursday, November 10th. It's 2 days after the election, so hopefully we get some notice, but it's from 6 to 8 on Lehman College, and we'll be awarding the $400 or $500 grants to previously vetted veteran students who are looking to transition to civilian life and do something positive as they transition.
And there is a huge student veteran population.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This Lehman College has a great, not only the veterans, you also have family members. You have service members as well that also are attending Lehman College.
Mm-hmm. And Abe, from your perspective, when you look at Veterans Day, obviously a special day, you'll have this special celebration, but for you, what does Veterans Day really mean to you, a person that's protected and served?
Well, it means, when I came back from Vietnam in 1969, like many, many soldiers of that era, there was a lot of ambivalence. You really were confused. You didn't know, was it the right thing? Was it the wrong thing? Did we win? Did we lose? We served our country. I was told to go. I went. I did the best that I could. Moving the clock forward years later, I realized that I was proud. I wasn't that proud when I came back for the reasons that I necessarily mentioned before, because of the ambivalence and the political climate, so on and so forth. But I think anybody that risks their life and limb to serve their country, I think deserves the recognition for doing that, because again, they do have choices. And they're not an accident of birth by gender or anything else. They're proactive. And I very, very firmly believe that. And as far as my coffee company, we have a mantra there. And if you look at the badge, it goes something like this: change your coffee, change your life, one cup at a time. Wow. And that's what we believe in.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so there is a Veterans Day event. We invite you once again to come on out to, and we'll throw that graphic up one more time so that way you have the opportunity to be there at the Veterans Day event. Abe himself will be honored, as well as other people at the Lehman College Faculty Dining Room from 6 to 8. And Abe will be there presenting, I guess, these scholarship grants. 4 $500 grants are going to go to student veterans on that day. And what does the Veterans Day mean for you guys in terms of right here on the campus? It's still a special event too.
It's definitely a special event. A veteran of the new era, post 9/11 myself. You're looking at two different great eras here, and it's camaraderie. It builds a community, and that community is what's needed. A lot of soldiers come home, they feel alone. They tend to kind of isolate themselves. So building a great community, which is, you know, Veterans Day, it's just a perfect day to get everyone together. It's just that Veterans Day is getting everyone into one solid community and really bring awareness, you know, moving forward also.
Yeah, I've never served. My father served, and you know, served for years. And one of the things that always struck me as painful is to watch veterans have to come home and be able to struggle, whether it's in the area of education or whether it's in the area. And Abe, I mean, God, you fight for the country, you represent the country, but then it almost seems, in many ways, sometimes veterans are even unappreciated.
Barry, you bring up a very, very good point. You know, when there are wars, soldiers in wars and combat make the headlines almost on a daily basis. We're not always at war. Wars subside, wars recede, but that doesn't change the fact that veterans who served now are trying to make it in civilian life, and the problems they may or may not have sustained during wartime will continue, perhaps for some of them, for the rest of their lives, be they physical, mental, educational, whatever. And what we try to do through the Old Glory Coffee Company, the grants and awards that we make, is to provide the sustainability that when the veteran does not make the front pages, the wars do not make front pages, they're applying to Lehman College, they want a job here, they want to be a TV anchor, whatever it is, we're here to support them in any way we can, as long as they want to make positive contributions for their lives.
Well, certainly you've got the website that you can take a look at, oldglorycoffee.com, and that was under Abe's name, so you can go check him out over there.
Absolutely.
Certainly come on out on Veterans Day here to Lehman College and be able to support both the veterans of past as well as present, as it looks to be a great day. And gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for coming and sharing with us.
Thank you.
And certainly come on back and continue to share the story.
Awesome.
And thank you for your service. How about that?
My
That's
pleasure.
it.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right, we won't get to
Thank
see
you
you
for
next
having
week.
us.
We'll tell you now. Thanks. No, stay right there.
Okay.
I gotta take a quick break. I need you to stay in the seat.
Sure.
Don't
Okay.
move anywhere. You don't go anywhere either. Stay in your seat. We're coming right back right after these messages. Don't go anywhere. Be right back in a few.